to Growth Sessions Podcast.
We want Growth Sessions to be a safe space where they come to kick back, relax, or get some advice. I'm your host, Raya, and joining me as always,
Coco. And we are excited to be back, y'all. We've been gone for
some months.
A few months, and it feels good to be back, honestly.
Couple months, yeah.
Yeah. We got a new setup. We've had some life changes.
Yeah. Yes, it's like, wow. And it's already like April, I guess. And I'm like, what? Our last video was November.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's been a few months, so I know we're definitely excited.
we gotta catch all up on everything, because I don't know, where you at in life?
I feel like I'm doing really good. I feel like I took a second. I was telling her before we started, I was like, I always have a hard time answering like, what have I been doing, what have I been up to? But I feel like I've really grown a lot with like just religion and like reading my Bible, because I feel like before I wasn't really like reading the word that much, so I feel really good in that sense. Life is going well. I've been saving, been having fun. I got some vacations planned. I've just been chilling, trying to grow and make sure that, you know, when we come back better than we left, you know?
Period.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Where have you been at?
I'm a mother now. That's crazy. That's where I've been at with my son.
And he's so cute. He's the cutest.
Like, I'm like, wow. And just, I started school. So I hope that goes well, because I'm trying to figure out how to learn, really. 'Cause like when I was in school back then, it was like, okay, I'm just in school. I'm finna go to this party and I do my homework. It was just like a fun thing. But now it's like, okay, time to lock in. So, yeah.
And you said
I've been trying to grow too. That's my main thing, just trying to grow. Even though it's hard. It's not hard, but like it's easy to go back to what you used to instead of growing. So.
And you got a good baby.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it, he's really good.
He's such a good baby. I'm like, wow. I really got lucky.
Yeah.
He like watching Sesame Street.
Aww. Do they have new Sesame Street now, or is it like
it's the old one?
You went to yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Raise him on what you was raised on.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, I love him so much. I'm just like, it's just like, wow, how just life can just, I don't know, but I'm adjusting, and I love it here. So.
Period. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I think it's really cool to see the growth from there even to now. I feel like we have done like a lot of growing. I'm just happy to get back to our space. So yeah,
I miss being on here, because I'm like, this is my event session. You know, like, yeah. So we back and we better. Obviously.
I think
we like matched today.
We did. We got kind of like a little brown thing going on, so that's cute. Yeah. I'm excited. I think we're starting a little bit differently than we have in the past. Raya's got a little game for us to start with.
So it's this game. So I'm gonna just read the rules. It's like a card game. So the game is called Substance, so your answer shouldn't lack it. If the opposing player deems your answer as surface level, you have to do a dare of their choosing. And I got this game from my cousin Amari. Shout out to you, Amari. I just took the games. But yeah, so that's the rules.
Okay.
And it has 3 different categories: intimacy, vulnerable, and mindfuck.
Okay. How many are we gonna do?
Let's do 2.
Okay. A piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could just pick the category you want.
I'm scared of this stat. I think I'm gonna do vulnerable.
You right.
Okay.
Go ahead, read it.
No, I'm just joking. What do you think your biggest weakness is? This is I know, starting off strong.
Yeah.
I feel like I be my worst enemy sometimes. Like, I feel like I'm a fun person, a good person, all the things, but I feel like I be getting in front of myself. I be getting ahead of myself, and I feel like that's definitely one of my biggest weaknesses. I overthink it, I overplay it. Sometimes I should have just stay true to
like, girl, get
myself.
on your way.
Exactly.
Go your own way.
Yeah, that's my biggest weakness.
Yeah. Mine is, what would be your dream job if money wasn't a concern? Ooh. My dream job, if gaining knowledge and just waking up every day just searching for answers on how you want your life to be and how you want your life to go was a job, I would get paid for doing that.
Period.
Like, just out there searching, exploring, exploring.
Yeah. I like that job.
That's a good job.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one.
Oh yeah, we doing too. She said, I'm gonna do this.
What's
Her
one
face.
thing you would say to a person who broke your heart?
Oh,
I feel no one broke my heart for real. Like, I thought they broke
if
my
somebody
heart.
did.
Oh, if they did. You're right.
If they broke.
What's this? It says who broke my heart. Nobody broke my heart.
It said who broke your heart?
It says someone, like, what would you say to somebody who has broke your heart?
So you ain't never got your heart broken.
I thought I did. But looking back on it, that was not that.
If you thought you did, that mean you felt heartbroken.
You're right. Now you trying to escape it. I mean, but it's still one of those things where it's like there's nothing there no more, you know? Can I just swap out?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna get one of these over here. What's something you regret telling someone?
Stop. She finna swap out again.
What?
We need to tell Chloe to open up.
That's the whole reason of, like, if I regret telling them, why would I go tell it? Anyways, okay.
What is it something about?
I feel like I had a friend in the past where I told her a lot of my insecurities, and I feel like she would play on those insecurities. Like, I would tell her, like, a lot of, like, deep stuff that happened to me, and, like...
That was never your friend.
Yeah, I feel like I told her, like, a lot of, like, my trauma, like, growing up, things like that, and I feel like she definitely used it against me. And then when we weren't cool no more, I was just like, damn, I got somebody out there who knows, like, my triggers, my insecurities, like,
I feel that.
my whole
like,
story.
And using them against you is crazy. They don't
Yeah.
stay away from those people.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm good about it now because it's just like it is what it is. I can't go back and take it. And the person that she knew back then is not who I am now. So it's like, you not, you know, do what you want with that information.
Exactly. What's something you've done that would disappoint your younger self? Loving people more than I love myself. My younger self is like, girl, what are you doing? But yeah,
that hit different. Yeah. These cards, I like these. These are good.
Shout out so
I'm gonna need to figure out what these are. I like them. Okay.
But yeah, we could have like long conversations off that, but today I feel like we come with something positive. Yeah. Like, don't second guess yourself.
I feel like I do this a lot because I think I am an overthinker and I'm a person who likes to over analyze things and look into stuff, and I think I've learned a lot about just making my decision and sticking with it, even if people don't agree, even if people are saying things about it. Like, that's what I wanted to do. That's the best decision that I made at the time. And I feel like no one can, like, get in the way of that. It's something that you have to learn, though. I think it's important to go with that first thought always, and I think the first thought always has a lot to do with the gut feeling too. So do you feel like first thought and your gut feeling is the same thing, or you feel like they're different, or?
I feel like they're the same. Okay. But it's like, I feel like it's a time limit on it, because when you like let that feeling just sit in your head, then that's when it's like you start to like analyze with it, and you start to choose different than what your gut's telling you. Yeah. So I feel like it's the same thing.
I feel like I have a first thought, and I'm still learning to read my gut, because I feel like I still don't know what my gut is. They might be the same thing, but I feel like it's like that small voice in your head that's telling you to guide yourself or telling you what to do. And I think a lot of people will say that voice in your head is like your higher self, or like God trying to guide you in life to pick the right decisions or things like that. So I think it's important definitely to follow that out and know what it's for. I think there's been a lot of times where I haven't followed my first thought, and I was like, damn, like I should have just went with that.
Exactly.
Can you think of any times like you thought like, damn, I should have went with my first thought?
Yeah. To me, I feel like it's kind of like a game, really, because half of the time I'm like, dang, I should have listened to my first thought, and another half of me is like, I'm glad I listened to myself. So like, it just be like little things, like moving my car out the street because I know this big truck finna come and not finna get by, and I'm like, I'm glad I moved my car, like stuff like that. And then other things like, some things really, it's like I take it to the heart, like, dang, I should have did that. Yeah. It's like, this is bad. Why didn't I listen? Like, I had that thought in my head to do it. But I didn't. So that's why I feel like it's a skill, because sometimes you really just gotta know when to really listen to it. And when you listen to it, you're like, okay, I listen to myself.
I feel like it takes sometimes like not listening to it to learn what it is, because I agree. I think like it could be on a large scale or like a small scale.
Yeah, it's really like a skill. For real.
Yeah, and knowing how to decipher what's right.
Yeah. And when I was saying like, if you letting a thought sit, that's when you decide. That's when you become like indecisive and like choose bad. I feel like, because it's like you're going back and forth with yourself when really you're just supposed to listen to yourself. Why are you going back and forth with yourself? So it's like, yeah,
I agree. And I think like a lot of mine will be like even like letting like pride or ego or insecurity, things like that, come ahead of that first thought. Like I feel like there's been a few times where like I was thinking about like a friend, maybe we don't talk that much more, think about like a certain person, like I'll reach out and text them and they'll be like, oh, like damn, like I was thinking about you. Or like, oh, like I really needed someone to reach out to me and check in on me. And it's like, damn, like you really gotta go with your gut, you know?
Yes, that's one thing that I always like encounter with like me texting somebody and they text me, or me thinking about somebody and they text me. I'm like, wow, like
it's crazy.
The connection is there, you know.
It's crazy how things will be aligned and you don't realize it, because it's like the thing working for you, you know, like something told you to do that. There's some sort of connection or energy and alignment, and you gotta follow through, you know.
Yeah, that be happening with you too. Like the other day when I didn't reply, I was like, I'm gonna text Chloe back today, and then you texted me and I was like, okay.
It worked out. Like,
she was here. Was you here?
I said, okay, it's been a little long. Yeah,
that's crazy though. I feel like that's what things like that make me think like, wow, it's energy, you know.
I agree. Now, what would you say if like, as I was thinking about times where like it's not best to go with your first thought, and I feel like that's when your emotions are ahead of what's going on. Like when you're angry, it's probably best not to go with that first thought, because you end up doing some stuff you shouldn't, right? I'm trying to think about like when I'm angry, like how that could affect.
I really try not to let angry Raya come out. Because when she come out, I'm not proud of that. It's not a flex. I'm not proud of that. But it's like, I don't even have no first thought at that point.
It's just doing. It's like you're fully like, acting, you know what,
I'm mad, I don't care.
Yeah.
But we have to, it's not good.
I know it sounds like crazy, but I feel like anger and being like mad is like my least felt emotion out of all the emotions. I feel like sadness probably the most out of all my emotions, but I feel like sadness will make you act in ways you shouldn't either. It probably make you overreact or be passive aggressive, or you know, like things like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or underreact and stay in the house.
Underreact.
Yeah.
For me, yeah. Like yesterday, I mean, I wasn't sad, but like I was in my zone, and I was just like, I needed this day to just rejuvenate myself. I didn't talk to nobody.
Period. I feel like I need days like that too. Sometimes it's good just to stay inside the house, do self-care, watch TV, like, you know, just do nothing and just sit and relax.
Exactly.
I think we need that, and I think we live in a world where it's always fast-paced.
Exactly,
and
I feel like we're always like we feel like we're obligated to not put our phone on do not disturb, to keep it open to where people can go. Like, no, sometimes I'm sorry, I need time.
I used to get mad at friends or people who would like be on I wouldn't be mad, but I'd be like, this girl, I'd be like, ignore. You know how you can choose to ignore. Like I'd be like, what is she on do not disturb for? Or like if they don't text me back, I'd be like, dang, like it's not that hard just to text back a yes or whatever. But now I feel like I've grown into that person where sometimes like a lot is going on in my life and I don't even have time to respond back to text, so I don't have time to do certain stuff. So I feel like I've grown to have empathy with people who don't always get back. Sometimes they might have, you know, need time for themselves and things like that. I think it's healthy to do that too. So I think that's going into like choosing yourself. I feel like choosing yourself and like not second guessing yourself can go hand in hand, because choose yourself always and never second guess yourself. You like yourself should be the number one like you should prioritize yourself as number one. That's what I'm saying. So like, why would you take somebody else's opinion over yours? Basically what I'm saying. Yeah, and I know that they say that second guessing is directly aligned with like anxiety, low self-esteem and confidence, or maybe like you just recently got out of maybe something traumatic where like you've made a mistake and now you don't trust your gut. So like a few examples of that is like maybe you got out of a relationship with someone, it was the wrong guy, you shouldn't have been with him. Maybe you ignored a few red flags, you know. Maybe you just stepped out on a business venture and it failed and now you lost a little bit of money, or maybe just whatever, a mistake that you did, it didn't really work out,
yeah,
right?
just things not going the way that you thought they would be.
And you poured a lot into it or whatever. It could be something small, big, whatever. And I think it's important to give yourself grace and to not allow those small mistakes to allow self-doubt within yourself, because I feel like no mistake or no something not working out is wrong.
Exactly.
Because
who make up the rules,
that
really?
part. Like, you still learn something from it. And I think I took this to therapy too, because I did have issues with like just making decisions and feeling confident with my decisions. Mm-hmm. And she was like, well, like, Chloe, like, what decisions have you made that were bad? And I was like, I was thinking for a little bit. I named off a few, but everything that I named off, I still learned a lot from it, and it shaped me into who I was today, you know? Mm-hmm. So you got to give yourself grace. You've got to learn that that's the way it goes.
I'm thankful, like, for the times that's like, for times that didn't go my way, I'm thankful for them. Mm-hmm. For real. Either I'm coming back 10 times harder from that mistake, or I'm like, okay, I learned something.
It really works in your favor at the end of the day.
Especially if you're genuine.
Yeah.
And you really trying to just do things, they just didn't turn out the way that you wanted to.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I feel like you just got to do what you want and stop looking back stop looking in the rearview mirror to see who's approving, who's following you, all those things. Like,
yes.
You got to post that picture and not look back. Who cares if they viewed it, if they liked it, if they commented, whatever. Say that, go and conduct that meeting at that job. And who cares if they agree or they don't disagree or you stuttered or whatever the case may be. You did what you were supposed to do. You got to stop looking back to see if people are messing with you or not.
I'm glad we having this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, literally choose yours. That's something I'm learning. Choose yourself always. I'm always wonder what this person, if they're okay, if they're comfortable in their own skin around me. Like, I shouldn't even be worried about that, because I tend to like dip low to where they at to make them feel happy or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, I just want everybody to be happy, but I want myself to be happy. I don't care about nobody else.
That part. Sometimes you gotta put yourself first.
Like, that's literally where I'm at right now. Like, literally, I'm putting myself first.
I'm thinking that song or that sound. It's like, I gotta put me first, Lucius. Like, I would be first.
Yes,
yeah.
Like. But I wanted to talk about that too, because it's like, oh, you're selfish.
And you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that, unfortunately.
Or, of course, people are gonna question what you do, question why you're doing it. Like, I'm really starting not to care.
I think you have to. You gotta stand on business, and you gotta know that the decision that you make, as long as it's like aligned with you, right? You made a choice out of it. It's aligned with your core values, who you are as a person.
As long as I ain't hurt nobody intentionally, I'm being genuine. Like, I don't care. As long as, like, my number one thing is being genuine. Like, anything I do is like, I'm genuine with it. I don't got no secret agenda or anything. Like, I just want to be me.
Yeah.
And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Goodbye.
Because it's not going to be for everybody. And I think that's something I had to learn. Even growing up, I think even as a kid, like, you make decisions and you still got like a lot of your parents say so in it, right? They kind of sway you one way or another, even if it's like them just saying like little comments. So just learning to like break away from that and have your own voice and really focus on that solely by itself.
This is your life.
Yeah. Yours.
Nobody else can live your life. So why let people come in and try to destroy it or make it something you don't want to be?
Yeah.
Bye.
When do you think it's important to like lean on external validation?
Never.
You don't think so?
Never.
I'm trying to think. I think sometimes it's important to seek help and advice on certain things, right?
I feel like seeking help, I mean, in terms of like going to therapy, yes. But in terms of like other stuff, it's like no, because you don't need to ask nobody for advice. What do you think? What do you think you should do?
I think you're right. I think you don't need anyone to validate you. You could take in their...
You can take advice, yes.
Yeah.
You're right. Because there's always somebody that's smarter than us.
Mm-hmm. or sees a better way.
But I guess it really depends on what you need advice for. Like, yeah. Like, should you put this on? Do you want to put it on? Like,
exactly.
I don't care. They don't care. They probably go tell you, yeah, put it on the whole time it look ugly. So listen to what you want to do.
This is true. There will be some friends who are hating, and maybe that first outfit looked a lot better, and you liked it, but you let them get in your head. They want the whole time. They want you to be an uglier outfit.
Exactly.
So
it depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, yeah.
I agree. I think it's important to still know what your core values are, know what your inside voice is telling you, know what aligns best with you. And I think a lot of times we already know what we want to do, we just are scared to do it, and we let fear or things like cloud our judgment. But the whole time I feel like we already know exactly what we need to do. We just don't want to do it, you know?
We do.
Yeah.
Or we want to second guess ourselves. We're not supposed to do that. But yeah, I always been a person that's like indecisive. Always.
Me too.
Always. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Do you feel like you really do know what to do?
Sometimes no.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's up to myself to figure it out if I want it to go a certain way.
That's true.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm learning to trust myself. Because if you don't trust yourself, you can't trust nothing else.
Yeah.
Even though you shouldn't be trusting nobody else. Don't trust nobody. No, I'm just kidding.
Can trust,
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you need to have people around that you can trust. Yeah,
I hope so. I think that's so important to have like a sounding board, like a safe landing for people around you, you know? It can be hard to have that though.
It can. It definitely can. What's your level of trust? Because like, oh yeah, I can trust you. What do you mean? Like you can trust them with your life? You can trust them to lead you in the right direction? Like what's your most important direction of trust?
I feel like I have different things for different people.
True,
right?
True that.
Like I look at my mom and the things that her accomplishments, the things that she's confident in, the things that I feel like align with me, I'll trust her in those areas. And vice versa. Like I'm a person who looks at that person before I go to advice. Like if their life is messed up in a certain area, I'm not going to go seek advice from them in that area. Like that doesn't make sense.
Right.
So I feel like that's mainly, I don't trust somebody with my life. That's I don't. It's all I'm always gonna pick me. I'm always gonna pick me. Yeah. No. But it's been like advice, like regular decisions on a daily basis. Like, oh, what should I get? Should I get this dress? Should I get just silly stuff like that? Yeah.
I like social advice. Like you just say, should I get this? Like, that's cute.
Yeah.
But my level of trust is just like, can I trust you to be genuine? That's all. Can I trust you to really just say what you want to say? Say what you need to say. Act how you want to act. Instead of like putting on a facade for me. I can't trust you.
I agree. I think, and with that, you got to know how to say what you need to say. Because a lot of people, we want that honesty, but we don't want it to come out recklessly. We don't want it to come out offensively.
Right.
You know, so say what you got to say. What?
Yeah.
What you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, like, what makes it the truth? Like, saying like somebody saying what they have to say and like taking criticism, but like what makes criticism true to you from somebody else?
What makes it true?
Yeah. Because it's like, oh, you can't take criticism. I'm like, well, that's really not true. Or is it true? Do you ever question yourself if it's true or not?
I do, actually.
Because sometimes I do, but does that come from like self-esteem? Like,
I feel like it's something you gotta learn too, because I feel like there's a lot of times where I think at first I would always lean towards like myself, like, oh no, they're lying, that's not true. And then I learned that sometimes it can be true. I feel like I just sit and think about it, probably a little too much than I should sometimes.
I feel like that comes from like, oh, that person can be the mirror of you. You ever like see that where it's like, oh well, maybe this person is your mirror. And I'm like, wow,
that's true.
Because when do we face ourselves? Do we face ourselves? I think I face myself sometimes, to an extent, maybe.
I think it depends. If you're self-aware and you're always in tune with yourself and checking in and like you do all those things, I feel like it's possible.
You're right.
Sometimes you can meet someone who's similar to you. Sometimes you can be the exact same as your dad or your mom, and that can feel like kind of like a mirror in a sense, because it's like I do that exact same thing. Or your kids sometimes will show you like, that's exactly how I used to act, you know?
But sometimes you're not proud of it.
That's true.
What do you do then? What do you do then?
Like, you be yelling all the time and you see your kid yelling, you're like, damn, that's what I be doing. Like, I don't know.
Then it's like, dang, hold on. But I feel like it really depends on who you're trying to be.
Yeah.
Because some people don't care. Like, yeah, okay. He
I
did that for me.
agree.
Like, no, I don't. I need to change up.
And be proud of it too. Yeah, I agree.
That's where the growth comes from. You know, like, okay, I see this thing that's wrong with me. I'm taking accountability for it. I'm accepting it. I'm changing it.
And just make little steps every day to be different. I feel like a lot of times it starts with like recognizing it, and then you good for a while and you do it, and then you realize, damn, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. And then slowly but surely you just start to like get better and better at it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking accountability.
It's so important. Yeah.
It is.
I agree. I feel like I have something else I want to say. What were we talking about before we got to being a mirror? Do you remember? I think it was like, when do you know that like someone else telling you criticism about yourself is right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
think it's about what you feel regardless.
I agree.
What you feel in your gut, if you know like they're right.
Is this person a credible source? Like, if they're alive, if they're talking about your house is messy, but their house is messy, you don't got no room to talk. But why are you even talking to me?
But then, where does projections come in? Because it's like they could just be projecting.
That's true.
They could, like, people projecting can really make you feel their projections. Mm-hmm. It's called projection. So it's like, you need to go check yourself out. Because why are you coming at me like that?
I feel like I've definitely even caught myself projecting at times. Like, before I was aware of that and knew what it was. I think it is possible. So, I mean, it happens.
It happens. I mean, we just living. What do we know?
Have you ever heard the saying, like, if someone tells you something that's true, it hurts a little bit, and that's how you know? It's said a little bit better than that, but, like, the truth hurts in a sense of, like, someone call you out on something, and it's a criticism, right? And it really hurts. Sometimes that means it's true. Because, like, why hurt you so much if it's not true?
Right.
Like, if somebody calls you ugly, you know you're not ugly, so it don't hurt.
Grandpa.
Yeah. But when it's truthful, you kind of like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Yeah. That stings a little bit, you know? Do you think there's a little bit of truth in that?
If it hurts, yeah.
Yeah. Because it can also hurt in a sense of like, I like this person, why would they think this about me? I've experienced that a lot, where people are like, they say stuff about me that I don't feel like is true. Like, I don't feel like that's how I align with myself. So it's like, what have I done to make someone think this is who I am?
Like, yeah. Like, where's the negativity coming from?
Yeah.
If it's speaking about like negative terms, it's like, where's this coming from? Mm-hmm. Because me personally, I'm not finna just sit here and just try to be negative towards somebody. Yeah. Like, calling them out. I'm not finna do that.
I feel like I don't go out on my way to call people out either. It's mainly just my loved ones. I feel like if they're doing something wrong, I think I am quick to call the people I love out. Like, I'll call you out on something, and it's constructive criticism. It's never nothing negative or something that like I'm trying to bash you on. I always do it privately. I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm not trying to play and act out for the company. Nothing like that. You know,
like bashing. I'm never trying to bash anybody.
Yeah.
Especially like, even if I see something, I'm not finna sit there and bash them.
Yeah. I'm gonna just make this little, hey, I have this observation. You do with that what you will, you know, and keep it pushing.
Then I feel like it's different when you are trying to bash somebody. Because why do you want, you know?
I agree. Or if they call you out in front of the dinner table, or, you know, or on social media.
And just doing stuff that's just like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah. Or keeping tabs after they have this observation and they want you to change. It's like, it's not for you to manage, you know? You told me, you shared it with me, let me take care of it from here, you know?
That's why it's just so complicated, like, just dealing with outside people other than yourself. I feel like that's why, I don't know, I'm real introverted, for real. Like, I can talk to people, but it's like, am I going to open up to you? If I do open up to you, I trust you.
I think it can be safe sometimes not to open up.
But not gonna lie, now all the people that I open up to, I don't trust now. Some of the people, not all of them, but some of them. So it's like,
and that's scary, because I feel like it makes you not want to open up no more. It's like, I trust you now, but I trusted them 2 years ago too, and now I don't trust them no more.
But I feel like that's my number one like thing that I don't like to hear when somebody tells me like, I don't know you. Like, that kind of hurt, because it's like, you don't know me, but you've been knowing me for all these years. And it's like, that don't matter, I guess. You don't know me. And that kind of hurts. So I'm like, I thought you did know me.
So, have you shared with this person, or you feel like you kept things surface level and they said that they don't know you?
I mean, probably when it comes to conversations. Like, people always tell me I'm observant, but I don't. And I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know. Because I want people to know. I want people to know me. I want people to know. Do I, though? If I love you, if I want to know you and I love you, I want you to know me and love me, basically. But it's like, somebody tell me they don't know me, it's like, it kind of depends. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, did you try to know me?
That part. I think a lot of times they don't. They just want you to be out, really, like, giving it out.
Like,
and sometimes
nah,
you will.
Bro, I can't trust you. You ain't showing me that.
Yeah.
So, I get that.
Yeah.
You want to know me? Tell me I can trust you. Well, show me that I can trust you. Not tell me. I don't want to hear nothing. You can say something all day.
Yeah.
And it'd be false.
And I agree with you. I think a select few know me on a deep, deep, deep level, you know?
Because not everybody's supposed to know you anyway.
Yeah. And I think I've gotten hurt that way. Even with the example I gave earlier of sharing things with people, I've learned to lock myself up and share with the ones I want to, share parts of myself that I want to, but no one can have control over me. No one can hurt me in that sense, you know?
I feel like we all experience that, like, venting to somebody that's like we should never vent to.
It's like, damn, why'd I do that? And once it's out, it's no getting it back in. It's done. There's no damage control on that, you know? So it's a uncomfortable feeling.
At that point, it's like you gotta have this attitude where it's like, I don't care. I share my experience. I share my trauma, whatever. Like, they took it with them, whatever. How they think about it is whatever. But like you said, I'm not that same person.
Exactly.
You don't know me now.
Exactly.
You might have knew me before, but you don't know me now.
I have so much, like, peace in that statement alone. Like, that statement makes me feel good. It's like, you don't... That's you got where the story ended at. It's not continuing, you know?
You don't know me now.
Yeah. You don't get to read the rest of the book.
And you'll never get to.
Yeah. You get the first few chapters. We got a lot more chapters since then, you know?
Got the breadcrumbs.
Yeah. It's a whole cake. It's a whole meal.
Whole loaf.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely find peace in that. It's knowing that I've evolved and I've changed a lot. And so...
It's still changing.
Yeah.
They can see you today. Oh, hi, Chloe. They ain't gonna know you tomorrow.
Exactly. That part.
But... yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm happy I'm here.
I'm happy to be back.
Like... the perspectives be shifting in my head sometimes. All the time. And I'm glad for that, because I'm like, I can just shift my perspective. If I'm feeling a type of way, I can just shift it.
You feel like you be shifting it in a negative times or a negative place sometimes? Or try to get it out of there?
I shift it to a negative place and I get it out of there.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Knowing how to get out of there is what's important.
I agree. Because you can find yourself there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that. Like, you're going to shift there. You're going to shift wherever.
You're not always going to be positive. Also, who wants to be always, like, holly jolly, like, happy, excited?
Hi, how are ya?
Which I guess maybe that's a negative mindset to have. But I feel like that's real, though. I feel like,
real.
Yeah, living life and having ups and downs, that's real. It means like, you really live this shit, you know?
I ain't feeling it today.
To always be...
I made this mistake. Yep, and I did. What's up?
It's all part of the story. Where is it saying?
Who's
like,
perfect? Nobody's perfect.
Do it for the plot. It's all part of it, you know? It's a whole story.
Listen, I was in the shower today and I was talking to myself. I said, I'm done doing stuff for the plot. I'm done.
I feel like I'm finna start doing stuff for the plot. Like, wait a minute.
I know that's right, but I was like, you know, I'm done. I'm saying I'm done. I'm gonna keep doing stuff for the plot.
Yeah. You got
it ain't gonna
to.
stop. But no, it's gonna stop one day. But I mean, why not?
We too young to stop doing stuff for the plot. Because one day we're gonna have to stop doing it for
Why
the plot.
so serious?
Yeah.
But no, we are young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get away from this, I really do. Do you have any like tips? There are things that you feel like you learned from second guessing yourself, or things that like helped you grow away from that to kind of like build your confidence up?
I was just about to say, like, just gain that confidence, like choosing yourself first, putting yourself first, not caring what somebody else thinks. Like, I was just thinking, oh, if I put myself first, these people would think this of me. I don't care. Like, I'm starting to put myself first, regardless. I don't care what you think. That's my advice. Like, literally, just do you. Be you. As long as you're being genuine, you're not trying to hurt nobody else along the way. Like, just enjoy your path and try to learn what your path is, and just, it's you versus you. Me versus me. That's it. That's all.
Well said. Yeah, that part.
That's the advice. Yeah,
I agree. I think exposure, like she was saying, like expose yourself to things, choose that first decision, see how it goes, and learn that like you really aren't gonna make any bad decisions. You really can't do no wrong at the end of the day. Like everything that you do, you're gonna learn from it, and it's gonna work out for you.
Because
you know?
Who makes up the rules? I'm tired of all these. Oh, you should do this. You got to do that. Who says who? Like literally says who?
Do it your way and make it look good at the end of the day. And honestly, you ain't gotta make it look good. Just do it your way and let it be.
Make it look good.
Yeah. I like that. I agree. And then I was like, you know, not that you're putting on a facade. Make it look good for yourself.
That's what I've been learning too. Like you said, not a facade.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make it look good. And it's, you know, like, I'm just saying, like, if you're feeling sad, like, go do your hair, do your makeup, put on something. Like, make it look good. You don't have to look how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
Not putting on a facade, not faking it, but like make it look good, because they're gonna be like, how'd she do that? Mm-hmm. Exactly. You don't know how I did it, but I did it and I made it look good.
Whole time they're expecting you to come out bruised, beat up, in rags.
Exactly. They want you to be down because they're like, nah, this situation should have broke her.
She gonna be done.
But baby, what?
Come out better than you went into the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it look good.
Yeah.
It's gonna look good over here by just kidding.
And it will.
But yeah.
And I think affirmations were important for me when I was building up that confidence too. I feel like a lot of people sleep on affirmations, but I think that they're important to do.
They are important.
Yeah. It seems kind of like cheesy when you're doing it, especially like the ones where you're gonna. I don't really do the ones where you look in the mirror. I really just like say them out loud, like, you know. But I heard that's another good part to doing is looking in the mirror and saying it and stuff. So.
I've been doing that recently. Like, I had grabbed the affirmation out of a book and like I wrote it down. And I'll just say it to myself. But now I just say it just anywhere. I don't just like look in the mirror.
Okay, I should say, is that how you started
out in the mirror?
Started, yeah. Okay, yeah. I've heard that's supposed to like help it. So, who knows? But yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that main topic. I guess we're gonna transition to hot topics.
Yeah.
You remember your hot topic? I can start with mine first.
Okay. I remember mine.
Okay.
Mine was weddings, black weddings. I just wanted to like have this as a hot topic because like I've been seeing a lot of them lately. I'm like, yes.
I love to see it.
Like literally the best day of my life was my parents' wedding. That was so fun. And I was like, dance. It was just so fun. Like it was really the best day ever. Mm-hmm. And now lately I've just been seeing a lot of black weddings. I'm like,
see, and that's something else too. Like I just had this thought. Like a lot of people say like not to have kids before marriage or whatever. But like you got a chance to see your parents' wedding too. Like I feel like that's cool for your kids to be present at your wedding. You know? Mm-hmm. Like I just thought about that. I think that's pretty cool.
That honestly is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it is.
But I think that. Do you think that like marriage rates for black couples are going up, or do you think that maybe there's?
I think they're going up.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of. Well, I don't know. I really don't know the stats, but like lately, I've been seeing a lot of it more than like more than before. So they might be going up.
Yeah, it's crazy because I've only been to 2 weddings, and they were both last year, and they were both coworkers. But before that, I haven't been.
Did you have fun? Like at that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I feel like it's always different when it's your family's wedding. Like you always like, or your friend's wedding, right? Like
you're like more comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. And like you know, like their family a little bit better. Like I didn't really know anyone, you know.
Yeah. So
that always adds into it. But it was still a really, really good time, and I feel like it was cool for me to see like how weddings go and stuff. Because my family, we don't have anybody who's married right now. Even my sister, she got married recently. Shout out to her, because I feel like that's a curse for us for a little bit, you know. It's just people not getting married and that kind of stuff. So I was happy and proud of her, but she did like the small wedding route stuff. So
I don't blame that either,
because it's expensive.
It is expensive, and they might not want everybody there.
I feel like I would want something really intimate and just like low-key. Like I'd rather spend more money on the honeymoon and the vacation than the actual wedding itself.
Exactly.
Like all the money and the food for everyone to like, which I'm happy people get to enjoy it, but it's all on my dime, you know. So it's kind of like a backwards thought sometimes for me. It's like I'm gonna spend $50,000 for everybody to see me walk on like down the aisle and eat food, which is still fun.
It is still fun. It depends on, like, what's your circle like.
Yeah. I just want something that's affordable. I want to do that, but set like a little bit of a cheaper scale. But I still want it to look good. So, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be cool when I get a chance to plan it. Aww. Do you feel like you'd want a big or a small?
Probably big.
Yeah.
Medium.
Like
won't even people? Be big. I don't know that many people.
100 people?
Yeah.
I feel like that starts like 100 is like minimum of a big wedding. Anyways.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I want like 50 people, but my boyfriend has a big size.
Like
a full
getting married.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta talk about it
and really get into it. Okay, I like that. I'll start on my hot topic, but it says, I saw this today when I was on social media, but it was just like, what a privilege to feel exhausted from work. And I was like, wait a minute, you know, 'cause I feel like work sometimes will overwork you, right? It's like, is that really a privilege? But it is a privilege, because I feel like at the end of the day, like, it's a blessing to have a job. What do you think?
Looking at the bigger, like, spectrum, it's like, well, the bigger spectrum for me is like, that's not a privilege. It depends on what your job is, though.
Should you be exhausted from work?
No.
Especially if you're getting like minimum wage and they're overworking you?
No. That's not a privilege.
But
it's a privilege being able to, because a lot of people are looking for jobs. But are they? How many people you know looking for a job right now?
I just went out to eat recently, and everybody that was there, they were like, it's so hard to find jobs right now. And I'm like, we've been hiring for like, at my job, we've been hiring for like 2-3 months. So I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm like, okay, is it a privilege you're working, or how hard is it to find a job? I don't think it's that hard to find a job.
I don't know what the disconnect is.
But to be exhausted from that type of job, yes. To find a good job that pays good, yes.
I don't think being exhausted from a job is a good thing. I'm sorry. I want to be positive on this one, but I just can't. And I think even now at my job, I often find myself exhausted and overworked. And I like my job a lot, you know, I really do. And I am grateful for it, but I wish I didn't feel exhausted.
But I feel like anything is going to come with exhaustion.
Anything. Should it, though? That's the thing, though.
What they say about hard work.
I'm willing to work hard. I'm willing to be exhausted. Anything I do, I'm gonna put my full into. I'm gonna be 100%, and I'm gonna do great at it. I know that.
1 or 2 days out the week, you can be exhausted. You can't be exhausted the whole week. If you're exhausted the whole week, no.
24/7.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
But you know, some days are exhausting. But for it to be a privilege, I mean, I guess, like, okay, I got this good job. I'm making good money, but these customers ran me loose. But I mean, you got a job. I just told Mom the other day, like, she was like, because she was going back to work, and I was like, at least you got a good job. She was like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Like, if you're exhausted from, you know, you're a mom, you have a full-time job, you're going to school. It's a privilege to be able to go to school. A lot of people cannot afford going to school. You know, your kid is a blessing. You know, having a job is a blessing. Being able to be able-bodied to do all those things is a blessing. Being able to have kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, it does go deeper.
I feel like you're gonna complain about being exhausted by anything that you don't want to do.
That's a good point. Exhaustion can come from something that you don't enjoy doing. Yeah.
Because I feel like it's a thin line between being able to complain and not being able to complain. Some things you signed up for, so why are you complaining about it?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something that I enjoy doing but I feel exhausted from. Okay, like cooking. Like, I love cooking. I love to make the meal. I love to eat the meal. And then I want to be done. All the cleaning up and all that.
But it's
all
a privilege to be cooking in your kitchen.
It is a privilege. Yeah. So, everything has its pros and cons, you know? The next one was just like, it's a privilege to have people to miss, which I agree with that.
Wait, what?
It's a privilege to have people to miss.
Why am I missing you? Why do I have to miss you?
Like, someone's passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not even funny.
No, that's not.
But okay,
I was laughing more at your reaction because I don't think you like. I feel like it went dark, and I feel like it wasn't. I think people passing away.
It did go dark.
Yeah, but it could be.
I don't think that's a privilege.
You're right. That's not a privilege. The first thing I thought was like missing somebody. Well, it is though. If someone's passed away, it's a privilege that you knew them.
Let me tell you something. So like, now that my son is here, it's like, wow, I don't want nothing ever to happen to this person. Like, it's like, that's a load on me now.
Keeping him safe.
Yes. But it's like, it's also a privilege to feel that, though.
It is.
But like, at the same time, it's like, wow. You don't want, like, you do want to feel that, but you don't want to feel that, because it's like, what?
It's the hardest thing. It's like the whole, like, when you love someone so much, I think sometimes I can be, like, I can see it all. When you're so in love that you're anticipating losing it, or you're scared to lose it because you love something so much. But to have
and
that
that's
thing
scary.
to love,
That's
you know,
a scary feeling.
It is, but it's still a privilege.
I want to talk about this too. Like, wow, like, sometimes I feel like people don't love because they don't want to love, because it's too much.
It's easier to just not love.
You know, like, going on my face. Because if I love you, and whew, it's a deep feeling.
I agree. I think it's easier, and when some people choose not to do it, I really understand it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. It's like, wow, I understand that.
Yeah.
Because it's harder to put all into something.
I think it says, what a privilege to feel bloated from overeating.
Okay, no, because I should never overate.
Yeah, like, overeating is not good. But I guess, you know, you had the money to be able to afford to overeat. What a privilege to have a drained social battery. Baby, my battery be drained before I even go out the door.
Okay, like, ugh.
And that's bad. I gotta work on that.
I don't know. Sometimes lately it's been real energized. But like, once I'm done socializing, I'm like, I can't do this no more.
Yeah. It be energized when I make the plans, and then when I have to follow
That's, I'm
through.
like, how do people have just that ongoing energy every single day to just be around all these people? I don't know.
I could do it if the vibes were always going to be good, the surroundings were always going to be good. I didn't have to be fearful of what's going on in the, like, the external part of it. If the outfits were already made up, the hair was already, you know, if I already knew what I was going to wear with the makeup, all that stuff is going to be. Sometimes it just feels like getting ready to go out just be so exhausting. Like, you got to find an outfit, you got to do your makeup, your hair got to lay just right, you got to leave on time, you got to, you know, sometimes it just be like that for me when I'm feeling like drained. I feel like it just feels like a lot to do it. But sometimes it can be fun though too. So I don't know.
Lately, I've been finding fun in that, like just getting up. Yeah, because I feel like I'm just getting back to me.
That's good.
I'm just getting back to myself.
That's good. I know that's a good feeling too.
Yeah. Because they had this whole like TikTok trend going around. It was like losing your spark. I'm like, no, that's not gonna be me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree. It's something I always say. Like, I'm not going to be someone who lets myself go. I'm not going to be someone who, you know.
Yeah, because why? That's not choosing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. The last one is what a privilege to dread a workout, which is true, you know.
Especially if you know what you're doing, you're privileged.
Yeah.
You know what muscles to work.
I feel like I've worked out a lot since we stopped the podcast, and I feel like I've seen a lot of results too, and it is hard. I feel like it's a battle. It's hard to, like, the food and all, like, it's a lot that goes into it, but it is a blessing to be able to get on that treadmill and have good knees and good arms and be able to lift stuff, you know. Because my knees, I'm like, I'm 22. Why are my knees buckling?
Why they popping when I do my
Have you had like any like pops or like anything? Because I feel like my hips been popping sometimes too.
My feet be popping.
Okay, yeah. It's everything. Knees, the feet, the hips. No, I'm just joking. But yeah.
But yeah, I need to start back working out.
It feels good. I was
on a good track until like we moved, and I'm like, I was on a good schedule. Like, I don't know what happened.
I think I'm big on like systems too. Like, if I have a routine in the system, like, I don't want to break away from it. So I feel like that's fair, because I have a gym in my apartment. If I'm running late to the gym, I'll still drive all the way to my other gym because I have to like stay in my routine. I know I'll be lazy if I'm like in my house,
you know, I'm about to go.
Or if it's just a few steps away, I know I'm gonna just walk back. Yeah, I'm gonna lift it twice and be like, no, I'm finna go back home. So I have to. I know myself, you know.
That's important. It's important to know yourself.
It is, and act accordingly when you do, you know.
I love myself. I love Raya. Say I love Chloe.
A little affirmation. I love Chloe.
Period. Tell y'all love whoever what y'all name is.
You got to. You got to.
But no, seriously, like, yeah. We back. It's gonna be April. How do you feel about it being April?
I feel like it's crazy that it's April because I feel like it should still be January. Like, I feel like it has went by really fast. Do you agree?
I feel like the days just been flying. But once you, like, when you have something to do, they fly. When you don't, they go slow. Would you rather for them to go fast or go slow?
Slow. Well, I wanted to go slow when I wanted to go slow, and I wanted to go fast when I wanted to go fast. Yeah.
The world don't revolve around you. No, just kidding.
Because I feel like
the world do revolve around you.
I feel like
ourselves. That's how we gotta make life to be. For real. I'm really just trying to, like, you know what, me. I don't know.
I feel like that's not a bad thing. I think a lot of people think that it is if you think the world revolves around you, but I feel like it's not.
Because people gonna disappoint you if you let them. If you let them.
You gotta have it your way, like Burger King.
I'm hungry. I want a burger.
Remember when y'all? I feel like people judge me for saying that I like Burger King. Burger King is kind of good.
I mean, okay, it's good. It's just not a place that I would just go to.
I feel like
if I seen it.
I feel like it's better than McDonald's.
What do you get? Like burgers? Do you get the I tried the chicken fries.
I haven't had that one.
Like Taco Bell, I probably wouldn't ever just go to Taco Bell anymore. I don't know.
I feel like
maybe because I ate it a lot. Did you eat it a lot as a kid?
I did. I grew up on Taco Bell. I did. Yeah. I feel like McDonald's. I had that McDonald's, Taco Bell. Those two.
I don't know. Lately, my appetite. I don't know. I haven't been liking anything. Like Chick-fil-A. I'm like Chick-fil-A make my stomach hurt. I was gonna go there, but I'm like I don't want to go there.
I like Chick-fil-A. And yeah, I feel like the other ones I can't really.
You like Taco Casa? Have you tried it?
I have.
Is it good?
I've gotten it twice now. Honestly, I'm already like kind of like
the new. Like you tried the new one?
Mm-hmm. Because their prices are really expensive. Like it's like $4 for one taco. Yeah.
I like Taco Mayo.
Taco Bueno's good too.
Where's the Taco Bueno? Is it?
It's one like right on Memorial Pen. Right by that play place. What's that play? That arcade place.
I don't know. I just know there's a Taco Mayo like by the Outlet Mall and on Britain Road.
I don't see it. I don't ever see a Taco Mayo.
I don't ever see a Taco.
That's how I know you be on the other side and I be on this side.
Where's Taco Bueno at?
There's one literally right next to.
I don't know.
Main Event.
They make me want a quesadilla.
Anyways, we getting off track. We were talking about tacos, but yeah. Did you have anything else you want to add to it?
No.
Okay. Well, if y'all made it this far, we really do appreciate y'all for listening. It's our first time coming back after a while, so we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we're back, and just stay tuned and make sure you check in every Wednesday for a new session.